Hi guys, my name is Dan and I love all things outdoors. I'm a 16-year-old mountaineer, rock climber, hill walker, wild camper, whatever you want to call it. If it's outside, I'm there, I'm doing it. I do none of them to a world-class level, but I do all of them pretty decently because I love it. I made this channel because sometimes I film things and I take photos of things that I think are cool. You might as well, or not, I don't know. I also get into some situations that I think are quite good to share, or not, I don't know. But I also think I can give some pretty decent advice. I've got now about 2 years of experience. I've been in many issues that you can learn from. And to be honest, my grades aren't looking too hopeful. I am trying to get them up, but if YouTube works, YouTube works. Anyways, let's get into the tour of my bag. Alright guys, here's me, here's my bag. Let's start with the gear on the outside. First up, we've got, no, not my accordion, my 4-class sleeping mat from Decathlon for about £20. I think it's got an R rating of about 3.1. Keeps me warm, keeps me comfy. I've never had a bad night on it. Next up, in our drinks pocket, we have, nope, you guessed wrong, no drinks. We have my hiking pole. This is a Masters hiking pole, about 20 years old. And if I've had a long hike, on a big decline, down Jacob's Ladder or something, bring this with me, save my knees for when I'm older in 20 years' time. And next up, in the same pocket, we have poles. Tent poles, no tent yet, that's coming later. Pretty self-explanatory. They go in your tent, snap together, and your tent stays up. Unless it's too windy, and your £90 tent from Go Outdoors can't really hold it. Besides the point, my water bottle. It's a fake Nalgene, again about 20 years old. Didn't have to pay for it, so it's better than a Nalgene. Holds water, holds boiling water if you want a hot water bottle in the middle of the night. Enough to drink and cook with on a short enough hike. Then, this dry bag. This can represent my dehydrated meal for the night. This is my dehydrated meal that I couldn't stomach. It was absolutely minging. So I put it in a dry bag, hoped it wouldn't spill, and it hasn't, but I won't open it and find out. Now, let's look inside the bag. What have we got? First things first. Down jacket in the top. Got a bit too hot, took it off. Keep it in there for quick access, no need to stop. Get your friend to take it out of your bag, or just reach round. And now let's have a look in the brain. This is where all the serious stuff goes on. Just like a real brain. We have battery pack, again, quick access. We have a map, if you get really, really lost. We have hand warmers, if you get really, really cold. And we have Skittles, if you get really, really tired. And we have tissues, if you get really, really snotty. A blanket, if you get really, really cold in a really bad situation and you're waiting for mountain rescue. And we have a med kit, in case you get really, really hoarse. And now, let's go into the real bag. First thing that's coming out at me is my coat. Again, easy access. I think this is a Regatta coat, 30 quid Sports Direct. I've never had one that's done me better. This has outlasted my Arc'teryx. And next up, getting through this quite quickly, my cooking system. I have a Takanka OEX stove, pot, gas, not much to do without gas, your stove. Overall, heats up my water in about 3 minutes, keeps me fed for the night. I'm not complaining, could be a bit smaller. I'm not an ultra lightweight backpacker. Don't really care. Next up, you'd never have guessed it. We have my tent, and obviously this is just the fabric. As you've seen my poles earlier, they're now down there in a pile of stuff. so I'm not going to grab them. But 10 OEX Fox 2. This is the £90 one that may or may not break if it's a bit too windy. And for the rest, I've got gloves. Never know when you're going to have to work. Socks. Never know when you're going to get wet feet. A hat. I always like wearing my hat, no matter the temperature. A t-shirt. Again, never know when you're going to get wet. My second glove. An underlayer for sleeping in, as a matter of fact. Soaks up your sweat so you won't get cold in the middle of the night. And that's it for the main compartment of my bag. And now, you never would have guessed, the next compartment of my bag. Going to open it up, and we're actually going to find my sleeping bag. Right, this is the North Face Blue Kazoo, which I won't get out because it will terrorise me if I try to put it back in, and I might cry. Next up, another zip. We have our Osprey rain cover, because you don't want everything getting wet, because then you're miserable, and you're wet, and you're tired, and you're cold, and it's just a bit crap. And then, to finalise my bag tour, the side pockets, the legendary side pockets. What do we have? I can't quite remember. We have Nivea, windy, dries your lips out, put a bit on, call it a day, fix it when you get home. A knife, carry a knife, save a life. Yep, this is my second one. Friend bought it me. It's quite nice, Swiss Army knife. A knife, bottle opener, corkscrew, some little hook thing, a hole punch. It does a whole lot, you know. One example I can give, I was climbing, my leg got really tangled in a piece of long grass of some sort. It was sturdy. I fall, I'm hanging upside down because my leg is stuck in this deep grass. And luckily, the knife was in my pocket, wasn't wearing my bag whilst climbing. I cut my leg out of the long grass. I live to see another day, a bit more comfortably. Next side pocket. I think I know what this is. As it is Easter, got a bag of mini eggs. Keep your sugar up, keep happy. And my wallet, so when I'm inevitably found dead somewhere, they can figure out who I am, hopefully. If not, they can use my credit card and put me into even more overdraft. And last but not least, in my side pocket we have my Simon Special water filter. What's it do, you ask? Well, it filters my water and it drips on my pile of stuff, as long as filtering my water. But usually I just use this for cooking water, as I'm boiling it anyway. Helps with germs and whatever nasty bits can get into water. It carries a litre, but obviously I carry it all folded up with no water in it until I find water at camp. And that is a pretty concise tour of what's in my backpack. I'll be giving you guys many more videos. Hopefully not in this room and up a mountain in the butt crack of nowhere doing God knows what for God knows how long. It should be within the next week, next couple of weeks. And I implore you to subscribe, to like, to do all the, the things that YouTubers say at the end of the video. Hit the notification button, all that jazz. I'm sure you've heard it before. Just please do it. And happy hiking.